Welcome to the Airlift Workshop, where you get expertise from the air suspension specialists, keeping you on the road and in top condition. Today, we will be demonstrating the installation of our WirelessOne onboard air compressor system on a 2016 Ram 1500. Installation will take about 1 hour to complete using common mechanics tools. Remember, this overview doesn't replace your installation manual. Grab yours out of the box and let's get started. Installing this system does not require you to lift the vehicle or remove any tires, but you may find it helpful depending on your make and model. For filming purposes, we have our vehicle on a drive-on hoist. Start by planning your mounting locations on the vehicle. If you've purchased WirelessOne with the Easy Mount bracket, use the provided U-bolt to fasten the Easy Mount securely to the vehicle. You can also attach the Easy Mount using the provided self-threading bolts or by securing using existing holes in the frame. Be sure to attach the compressor ground wire to a grounded source nearby. If you do not have the Easy Mount, choose 2 locations to place the manifold and air compressor within reach of the electrical harness and no more than 32 inches apart, such as the frame rail. Once you've picked a location, use the self-tapping screws included to mount the manifold. The manifold can be mounted in any orientation except not upside down and not with the electrical connector pointed down. The air compressor is also mounted using self-tapping screws. Use 1 screw as an electrical ground by placing the ring terminal on the black wire between the bolt head and the compressor. Now let's run the airline. Cut your airline using a hose cutter or sharp razor blade in order to get a clean cut. Cutting the line in any other way will leave a jagged edge and ruin the hose. Measure and cut a proper length of airline to run from the air compressor's exhaust port to the manifold's compressor intake port. Make sure that all air lines and wires are kept far away from heat sources, such as the exhaust system. Avoid routing either of these components near sharp edges. Slide one end of the airline over the manifold's push-to-connect fitting and route to the barbed fitting on the air compressor. Gently tug on the airline to ensure the connection is secure. WirelessOne is a single-path system, so both air springs will be controlled from a single port on the manifold. This requires your air springs to be teed together if they aren't already. An additional T-fitting is included with WirelessOne for this purpose. To tie in the WirelessOne system, find a convenient location along the airline that feeds the air springs and connect another T. Cut a piece of airline that will run from the manifold's air spring port to this T. Connect the 6-pin connector located on the wiring harness to the manifold. When it clicks, it is fully seated. Cut the male terminal off the air compressor's red wire. Using the included butt splice connector, attach the compressor's red wire to the wiring harness power wire as indicated by the red and white colors. Route the wiring harness from the manifold and compressor location to the battery. Attach the red battery power wire to the included fuse holder using the butt splice connector. Attach a supplied ring terminal to the other end of the fuse holder and fasten it to the positive battery terminal or stud. Attach another ring terminal to the black ground wire and fasten to the negative battery terminal or stud. Install the supplied 15-amp fuse into the fuse holder and close the cap. If you choose to pass wires or airline through holes in the vehicle's frame, use rubber grommets to protect them. Support the wiring and airline every 12 inches using the supplied zip ties. Make sure not to kink the airline. Check for air leaks by inflating the system to 20 psi and spray a soap and water solution on all connections and valves. Then watch for any exiting air bubbles.